Despite being locked, the plates continue to push against each other at a rate of several centimeters per year. This relentless force causes the overriding plate to bend and deform, storing a tremendous amount of elastic energy within the rock. This strain accumulates slowly and silently over decades or even centuries. Eventually, the accumulated stress becomes too great for the locked section to bear, overcoming the force of friction. The fault ruptures in a sudden violent break. In a matter of seconds, the locked sections slip past each other, releasing all that stored energy in the form of seismic waves. When these waves reach the surface, the ground shakes. This is what we feel as an earthquake. The larger the area of the fault that ruptures, and the greater the distance the plates slip, the more energy is released, resulting in a higher magnitude earthquake. But subduction isn't the only source of seismic hazard. The immense angled pressure of the plate collision has also created a network of major faults that slice directly through the islands themselves. The most significant of these is the Philippine Fault Zone. This massive system of related faults runs for about 1,200 kilometers, stretching all the way from Luzon in the north down to Mindanao in the south. This is primarily a strike-slip fault, meaning the blocks of crust on either side move past each other horizontally. It plays a critical role by accommodating a significant portion of the sideways, or oblique, motion that isn't fully absorbed by the subduction trenches. This fault is not a single, continuous crack, but a complex system of interconnected segments. A major rupture on one segment, like the devastating 1990 Luzon earthquake, can transfer stress to adjacent, locked segments, increasing the likelihood of future earthquakes in a cascading sequence. The frequency of earthquakes is the product of a complex tectonic setting, multiple subduction zones, a major intra-arc strike-slip system, numerous sources for seismic events. Plate convergence here is relatively fast, about 7 to 10 centimeters per year. Rapid motion builds strain quickly along locked faults, shortening the time between significant quakes. The angled push shears the archipelago internally. The PFZ accommodates much of this motion. The crust is a mosaic of microplates and sutured blocks that can shift and rotate. Quakes strike both major boundaries and smaller internal faults. Magma movement beneath active volcanoes also induces volcanic tectonic earthquakes. Uplift, erosion, and the weight of mountains create additional shallow stresses. The result? A nation that records, on average, around 20 earthquakes a day, most too small to be felt. August 17, 1976, about magnitude 8 in the Moro Gulf off Mindanao. Shaking was severe, but the tsunami was worse, with waves up to 9 meters striking coastal communities. Thousands died. Tens of thousands were left homeless.